Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, coming at you from the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania, where we are trackside inside the trackside rink for PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV. The push for the 2025 Penguins Cup playoffs continues, presented by Play It Again Sports in Greensburg. And tonight in game number one, we switch our attention to Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League Class 2A. Something's got to give. One of these teams carries a 5-game losing streak, the other trying to snap a 7-game skid. The Hempfield Spartans in blue visiting the Baldwin Highlanders in white on Baldwin Senior Night 2025. And as far as the playoff picture is concerned, it's quite simple. Whichever one of these teams wins tonight, assuming that team does so in regulation, will take control of the 8th and final playoff spot in PIHL Class 2A. It's a 10-team circuit this year. The top 8 get into the Penguins Cup playoffs, and coming into Week 18, Hempfield sits on 10 points with a 3-9-0-1 overall record. Baldwin sits on 9 points with a 2-10-1-1 overall record. And they're meeting at the very end of February. They're meeting tonight at the very end of January. This is the first of 2 scheduled games between these clubs that could very well decide ultimately who gets that 8th and final playoff spot in Class 2A. We'll take a look at the Highlanders on their senior night. A crew of 8 players being recognized before the game, among them team captain Logan Kramer, number 7 in white, warming up in the mix off to our right. Kramer, the Mount Lebanon Hornets product, leading Baldwin this year, easily their most consistent forward, at least from a statistical standpoint. 15 points, coming off 7 goals and 8 assists, and recently played in his 50th career varsity game back on December the 12th. And the Baldwin contingent was a contingent of 4 on All-Star Sunday. Kramer, Tegan Berry, and Mac Dempsey. Kramer and Berry among the seniors recognized in pregame, and senior forward Gabe Hurley was an All-Star alternate. Hurley, number 29, made the most of his unplanned All-Star trip to the island on Sunday too, with a goal and an assist in the Class AA contest that you saw right here on TenbandTV, and you can watch that on demand. The Spartans hit the road and make their way to Allegheny County, led by their all-star, J.J. Williams. And we've seen J.J., not in a while though. The last time we did, he was breaking the hearts of the then state champion South Fayette Lions in a shootout in South Fayette's home barn last season before the holiday break. But not much has changed with him. Williams still one of the Spartans' most consistent forwards. He comes in with 17 points in 12 games, 8 goals, 9 helpers. Williams wearing number 71 in blue, warming up somewhere in the mix off to our left. And Williams, a particularly strong player in road games this season. 7 of those points coming in Hempfield, 6 away games, including 5 of his 8 goals. So he'll be the focal point undoubtedly of Hempfield's attack tonight, as they are moments away from taking on the Highlanders with, as I said moments ago, a lot at stake, at least in the interim, for both these teams. The goaltending matchup, come what may, will be an interesting one as well. Austin Landowski of Baldwin, number 90, likely to get the nod on his senior night. He's played the bulk of the minutes for 9th-year head coach Justin Glock this year. For the Spartans, under 3rd-year head coach Corey Myers, they've got Ben Francis, the junior. They've got Caitlin Porter, the senior, who is also a PIHL Girls Division goaltender of note, having played last year for Team Northeast. And Aiden Nader, the junior, is the one who's played the Bears' share of the minutes for the Spartans in 2024-2025. So we'll keep an eye on who gets the nod for the visitors tonight, as we are almost ready for puck drop here at the Ice Castle. Hempfield at Baldwin in PIHL Class 2A. Game 1 of 2 at the Ice Castle tonight, and glad he could be with us on this Thursday evening, rounding out Week 18 of the regular season on TenbandTV. The Highlanders' last victory in this rink, December 5th, also a Thursday, a 2-1 decision over fellow Class 2A newcomer Cannon McMillan. The Spartans' last victory in their home barn, the Kirk Nevin Arena, back on November 21st, a 5-4 decision over the Armstrong Riverhawks. Hempfield at the time was in the midst of playing 7 consecutive games at Kirk Nevin Arena. This game tonight for the Spartans is their 3rd consecutive away game, if you will. They have a short jaunt to Penn Trafford Palmer Imaging Arena for their next away game this approaching Monday. And for the Highlanders, this is their first of 3 straight at home, and it will be their final homestand, if you will, of the 24-25 campaign, one way or another, before they close out the season with 3 on the road. Thank you, Ms. Horn. And now that we've listened to the flippin' song, let's get you those goaltending matchups for the Hempfield Spartans. It is Ben Francis, the junior, making just his 2nd appearance of the regular season, 2nd in a row for that matter, coming off an 18-save loss at Fox Chapel this past Thursday. And in a surprise move of sorts for Baldwin, given the senior night ceremonies preceding, it will not be Austin Landowski, but rather Tony Herman, the sophomore, getting the start. 252 minutes and change of action for Herman this season. Looking for his first victory of the regular campaign in 5 appearances, a .444 goals against, .881 save percentage in those 5 outings. Nino DiPietro centering the starting line for Hempfield. Logan Kramer predictably gets the start at center for Baldwin. The Spartans win the opening faceoff and move the puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin the game. DiPietro plays it across the attacking line, tries to muscle his way through the Highlanders' defense, but Kramer sticks right with him. Highlanders unable to clear, and from long range, that shot on goal taken by Kevin Saby, the sophomore, is swallowed by Herman. DiPietro against Mac Dempsey in the faceoff circle, and again, this one belongs to DiPietro. Dempsey trying to clear it up the right wing boards. Baldwin able to bounce it back to center. Hurley over the line. He takes a hit up high from Saby. Puck played out in front. Nobody there except the Hempfield captain, Austin Herron, senior defenseman. Near side, it comes to Herron one more time. Thought about going to the aforementioned J.J. Williams, but instead he'll pull behind his own goaltender, Francis. Turned over to Hurley. Hurley above the left circle, on goal, off a skate, and after the friendly fire, we get a whistle for the hand pass. One wonders if All-Star Sunday will be a harbinger of things to come for Hurley. As we said, 1 goal, 1 assist in the All-Star game as an All-Star alternate. In regular season play, just 1 point for Hurley in his last 5 games, so maybe he gets going, and what a time for him to do it for Baldwin that would be, with the Highlanders still alive for a playoff spot. James Williams from behind his own cage to Trevor Brain. Taken now by Garen Gardner, the sophomore for Hempfield. Gardner definitely one of the up-and-comers for that Spartans varsity program. One of 8 sophomores on Corey Meyer's roster this season. 13 points in 13 games as that save is made by Herman. Pollard up to center, leaves it for Kramer. Stabbed in the general direction of Francis by Brain as Baldwin makes a change behind the play. Matt Smarts locates that puck from the off wing, shoots it off the stick of Williams. Good gap control by the senior. Pollard near side, reaching for this puck for Baldwin. Back it comes to the captain, Kramer. Williams spun off the puck by Johnny Holtzman, the sophomore. On goal it comes. Herman the save. He juggles that puck. The follow-up by Luke Corral. Another sophomore skating out here for Corey Myers, and Herman is able to hang on. Joey O'Neill near side, playing it up the near boards for Nate Buys, the junior defenseman. Buys on this Baldwin squad, one of the more consistent players at his own position. O'Neill trapped in the near corner by Colby Heron. Tegan Berry flags it down. Nifty maneuver there to get around Harrell. Heron at center for Hempfield. Dempsey up to Buys, but Hurley was caught in no man's land. Pollard lost it at the line to DePietro. DePietro to Williams. Williams dropping for Nick Krupe. Forces the save from Herman. DePietro behind the net. Too far for Krupe. Krupe, the Hempfield leader in goals with 9 entering Thursday. 16 points for him in 13 games. And we have a stoppage in play as the net behind Ben Francis, the Hempfield netminder, is dislodged. Kramer against DePietro. Shot goes wide of goal. Kramer on top of it for the Highlanders. To the point it comes for Barry. Barry through traffic, and somehow Francis able to see it and squeeze it. Another face-off coming in Hempfield ice. Francis again, his most recent outing against the Fox Chapel Foxes, which were the #1 team in Class 2A entering tonight. Big game for them tonight up at Kirk Nevin Arena against Latrobe. That's the Ice Cats senior night, if I remember Chris Beddick's remarks correctly. Big game over there in Westmoreland County, 1-2 in the classification. DePietro knocked off the puck. Meanwhile, by Williams, it comes near goal. Barry able to clear it aside and ultimately back to center. Evan Dunlap to his defensive partner, Brady Wassel. Barry up the boards one more time. Hurley calmly deflects it back to center. Spartans take over. DePietro, the alternate captain, resetting to Heron. Krupe gains the red line, dumps it in. Herman anticipating, turned it over to Williams. Williams unable to do anything with that puck, however. Buys, with help from Dempsey, able to get it back to center red. Buys, trying to get around Saby, takes himself offside. 4.5 gone by in a scoreless first period on Baldwin senior night here at the Ice Castle. Spartans of Hempfield taking on the Highlanders here in Class 2A action. Heron near side sends it around the Baldwin boards. Williams in the corner. Martz, far side. It comes up to Nate Buys. Buys chips it deep into Hempfield territory. And the alternate captain goes to the corner. Hooks up with Hurley. Hurley taken off the puck neatly by Saby. Good keep there by Williams. Saby recovers for Hempfield. Up to Heron. Heron, right wing side, makes his move. Heron toward goal, hit the side of the net. The Hempfield captain that close to giving his team the lead. Here comes the Baldwin captain, Logan Kramer, 1 against 2. Kramer toe drag. Kramer toward goal, can't hang on to the puck. Saby did just enough to mess with his mojo despite being taken out of the play. Heron around the boards, cut out by Kramer. Played out in front by Tim Bush. Spartans get it back to center, and coming through center for the visitors is Dane Bush. Dane Bush, spelling his surname with a C, B-U-S-C-H, not to be confused with Baldwin's Tim Bush, B-U-S-H. Kramer to center. Good stick there by Dunlap. Played off the glass by Colby Heron, out of play. Holtzman against Dempsey. Near side, it'll come back to Johnny Holtzman. Correction, that's Thompson, the JV move up, playing that puck for the Spartans. Tegan Berry to the corner for O'Neill. O'Neill watched by Colby Heron. Plays it up and out. Thompson retreating for the Spartans. With it now for Hempfield, Dunlap. Evan Dunlap up the right wing board. Smacks it wide of goal. Herman will watch it go all the way back in the Spartans' ice. Under 10 to go in a scoreless first period here from Castle Shannon. Thompson dangerously playing it out in front off the stick of one of his teammates, Holtzman. Francis makes sure that no harm is done. Meanwhile, the Spartans on the attack here. Here's DePietro's shot being blocked by Barry. Out in front it comes to Krupe. He can't hang on to that puck. It's still loose at the side of the net. DePietro in the corner, trying to hurry the play along. DePietro, guarded by Trevor Brain, makes his move, fires off a stick, and out of play. March and Taylor, the USA Hockey crew on duty for game number 1, bring us back to action. Spartans doing well on faceoffs in the early going. Williams fires over the bar and off the glass. Herman the save there on a tough angle on the shot from Austin Heron. From the point it comes toward goal. Saby's shot, deflected wide. DePietro from the half wall. Looking for Williams. Saby pinching, trying to keep that puck inside the Baldwin zone. Highlanders clear it, and here's room for Pollard. Pollard played it to the corner. Takes a hit after making that play. Hurley trying to keep it in the offensive zone, plays it toward goal, and it's poked out of there. An alert move there by Francis. James Williams through traffic. Austin Heron from the corner, turned over to Logan Kramer. Kramer feigns on the attempted shot. Saby to DePietro to J.J. Williams. Williams stood up by James Williams. Turned over to Martz. Martz checked by Bellick. Nate Buys to the corner. Hurley giving chase for Baldwin. Buys trying to follow the airborne puck. And back to center it'll come to O'Neill. Wassel from his own corner. Waiting for this puck at center is O'Neill. Dempsey over the attacking line. Down the middle it comes. Dempsey losing an edge as Hempfield plays it up to center. Gardner to Martz. Martz to the corner, out in front for Gardner. That pass broken up. Good play there by Dempsey. O'Neill in front of his own net to defensive partner Barry. Highlanders on the attack. Bush in behind the Hempfield net. Julio DiPietro, younger brother of Nino, the freshman, plays it up the boards for Hempfield. And the younger of the two has this puck for the Spartans. Turnaround shot. Never made it on goal off the stick of Dane Bush. Under 6.5 to go in a scoreless first. Brain watches this puck come to Holtzman near side for Hempfield. His shot blocked. Barry using his big frame to take one for the team. Saby near side. Kramer, cross ice. Gio Fultz, the sophomore, wearing number 4, back out here for the Highlanders. And he plays this puck to the corner for Logan Kramer, who defers to Bush. Hurley, the alternate captain, knocked off the puck behind the cage. Near side, Colby Heron. Heron with room. Heron on goal, through the goal mouth and wide. Krupe keeps it on side for Hempfield. And Saby does so one more time. Heron out the side of the net, turnaround shot blocked. Kramer got in the way of that one. Centering pass goes under the stick of Nino DiPietro. Heron, right point, wide of everything and everybody. Hurley backhands it back to center red. Final 5 of the first period. Baldwin nothing, Hempfield nothing. DiPietro over the bar and off the glass. Ben Thompson waiting in front of the visitors' bench. Pressured by Buys. Heron near side. Nino DiPietro dropping back for J.J. Williams. Hurley from the corner will ice this puck for the Highlanders. DiPietro against Dempsey. Hempfield continues to dominate the dot. Williams near corner for Krupe. Thompson keeps it in the zone. Dempsey looking for Buys up ahead of the play, weaving his way across the line. Dempsey fires wide of goal. J.J. Williams from the corner. Spartans win the puck battle. Barry inadvertently off the official, but the Highlanders are able to move that puck beyond center red. And that's as far as they'll get it. Nino DiPietro protecting it for Hempfield. DiPietro just kind of cuts his losses and plays it inside Baldwin ice to Barry. Turnover to Julio DiPietro, who's blasted at the blue line. Highlanders changing on the fly. Kramer up to Brain. Brain lost the puck. Martz poke checked in the neutral zone. Pollard over the line for Baldwin. Pollard unable to connect with Trevor Brain. Kramer near side. False to Brain. Martz outletting for Dane Bush. Bush hits the brakes, trying to drop it back for Martz. That pass came right to Logan Kramer, but Martz gets it back. I'll take that, thank you very much, says Tony Herman. 5 saves unofficially for either goaltender with time ticking away in period 1, 2:35 remaining. Baldwin wins the faceoff this time, gets to clear, but it'll be icing, so we'll do it again from the same spot. Harrell against Dempsey. Dempsey and the Highlanders control this puck off the defensive zone draw. Saby near side to Austin Heron. Heron from the Hempfield blue line up for Harrell. Dempsey off a Hempfield body. Spartans try to get the counterattack going. Here's Holtzman. Weakly toward goal, wide of goal. Harrell in the corner. Tied up by Dempsey. Barry, excuse me. Barry from his own corner trying to outlet for Dempsey. The pass too heavy. Another icing call on Baldwin. DePietro against Kramer. The two players who took the opening faceoff here on Baldwin's senior night. Highlanders send it back into Hempfield ice. Austin Heron leading the breakout for the Spartans. Heron over the line, Heron down the middle. He fires off the stick of Gio False. Baldwin methodically up to center. Kramer has Pollard going to the net. Goes there. Pollard's one-timer is wide. Nito DePietro going the other way for Hempfield. Taken away by Pollard. Kramer to center for Brain. Brain one-on-one with Wassel. Wassel wins that battle. Final minute of period 1. J.J. Williams sees some daylight. Williams over the attacking line. Good poke check there by False. Kramer losing an edge, or did he? Williams gave him a little can opener, and Kramer drew the penalty. Herman comes off for the extra skater. Kramer, right wing circle, fires on goal. Francis the save. And with 26.4 ticks to talk, the Baldwin Highlanders are going on the Penny Power Play. Penny is Pennsylvania's official healthcare marketplace. Visit Penny, PENNIE.com today to see if you qualify for enrollment. Follow them on social media at PennyPA. Both these teams, the 2 least penalized teams, in fact, in Class 2A entering Thursday. So any power play goal, if either team can get one, feels quite significant. Spartans unable to clear. Near side O'Neill. To the corner for Austin Klein, the freshman. O'Neill to Barry. Barry lost control of it, but regains possession to O'Neill. Barry looking for shooting space. Toward goal. It deflects on Francis, who gets it to the corner. And off the side of the net, it's played by James Williams right before the buzzer. So that Penny power play carries over in a period 2 for 1 minute and 34 seconds. J.J. Williams in the sin bin. And the Baldwin Highlanders and Hempfield Spartans are scoreless after 1 period. I'm Matt Popchock. You're watching the push for the 2025 Penguins Cup playoffs on PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Play It Again Sports in Greensburg.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love.
The Baldwin Highlanders coming in just 14.7% on the power play, 8th in the 10-team AA circuit. The Hempfield Spartans 59.4% on the penalty kill, 9th out of 10 teams in Class 2A. These two teams scoreless after 1 period. Baldwin on the Penny power play for just over 1.5 minutes, with J.J. Williams in the box to begin period 2. And after the side switch, the Spartans again win the opening faceoff of the period and send it deep into Baldwin ice as one of their own gets dumped on his wallet. That's DiPietro. Nino DiPietro this time. Kramer out from behind his own net. The errant pass will be picked up by Saby, and Saby will get it back to center. DiPietro hits the brakes, comes over the line shorthanded, and just plays it off the far boards. Martz giving chase for Hempfield. Dempsey outletting to Kramer. Kramer lost it to Saby. Turned over now to Giulio DiPietro. Giulio DiPietro toward goal. His backhander blocked off, fought off by Herman. Herman without his goalie stick. Gets time to recover thanks to Tegan Barry. Highlanders inside the line, but having trouble getting their man advantage going. Buys just barely onside. Trying to maneuver around Austin Herron. Buys in the corner. One of the Spartans losing an edge. Back up top it comes to Dempsey. Dempsey off a body and deflecting to the corner. Pollard up top for Barry. Barry turning it over to the Spartans, and here they come shorthanded. Johnny Holtzman trying to set up Dane Bush, nothing doing. Good stick there by Barry. Bush gets it back for Hempfield and plays it wide of the goal mouth. Williams out of the box. The team's back to 5 aside early in a scoreless second period. Logan Kramer in behind the Hempfield net. Rocked in the near corner. Kramer no worse for the wear. Buys stays on the puck for Baldwin. James Williams calling for it, but instead it comes to False. False through traffic and wide. Williams on the rebound. Off the skate of Saby. Saby puts a shoulder into Nate Buys. Hurley just on for Justin Glock now. Has this puck out in front to Williams. Williams, his snapshot goes wide. Good forecheck here early in the period by the Highlanders. Williams to Brain. Finally, J.J. Williams able to exhaust the area for the Spartans. Austin Herron through center. Drop pass. And that shot on Herman by J.J. Williams is held by the former. Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is locally owned and operated and focused on serving the community. Play It Again Sports buys, sells, and trades used and new sports equipment and fitness gear and passes along the savings to you. Their large inventory, customer service, and wide selection of major brands will keep you coming back for years. Open 7 days a week. Visit them on 6041 Route 30 or visit them online at playitagainsports.com/locations/Greensburg-PA. Nito DiPietro out in front, and Herman again loses his goalie stick trying to make the save on the centering pass, and in the process knocks his own net off. So the faceoff will stay in Baldwin ice with 13:55 to go in period 2. Justin Glock getting a fresh line out there. Barry up to center for Dempsey. Evan Dunlap gets this puck deep for the Spartans. O'Neill reversing the play to Barry. Barry tied up by Krupe. And now O'Neill's going to Murphy dump this puck into Hempfield ice. Thompson retreating under duress from Nate Buys. Krupe up the left wing. Takes the check from Dempsey. Sends it behind the Highlanders' net. Krupe near side. Played out in front of Dunlap. Dunlap floating it toward goal. Oh, Herman for a moment had no idea where it was. It went wide. Buys sailing it back to center. No icing officials say. Dunlap retreating. Gets rid of it just in time to Krupe. Nito DiPietro catches up to that one and fires off the stick of Barry. Corey Myers calling for a change on the fly. Trevor Brain rocked as he gets rid of that puck to the corner. Big hit by Nick Saby there on the Baldwin product. Heron across the line. On goal, Herman the reflexive save. Another stop of the follow-up. Tony Herman keeping senior night scoreless. Nick Krupe snapshot. That's blocked. That might have hit off his own man, Heron. Kramer up the far side trying to elude Saby. Easier said than done. Kramer finding space, but Pollard was offside. First period shots, 8-6 in favor of the Highlanders. Each team with one, 5 minutes into the second period. Played behind the Hempfield goal. Austin Heron through the skates of Dane Bush. James Williams collects it for the Highlanders. Austin Heron at center. Colby Heron to the corner. False, surveying the play, goes up to Dempsey. Dempsey up the right wing. Dempsey from the circle toward goal. Score! The Mac attack is back, Jack! And Baldwin leads 1-0 on senior night with 11:37 till the ice cut. Mac Dempsey, the junior, tucks it inside the far post behind Francis, and the Highlanders jump on top.
Let's go, Gabe.
Baldwin winning a faceoff after the Dempsey tally. Highlanders, however, guilty of icing. Holtzman against Dempsey, the Baldwin goal scorer. This one belongs to Holtzman. Harrell just able to keep it onside. Good hustle play there for the Hempfield Spartans. Dunlap from center point, through a crowd. Herman makes the save. The rebound cleared right back to Dunlap, but he can't hang on. Dempsey took that one off the helmet, I believe. Erroneously from Wassel. Holtzman out in front. Julio DiPietro trying to tuck it around Herman. It's still loose, and Herman finally with the wherewithal to cover it in the crease. Well, officially it reads Dempsey unassisted, goal number 6 on his junior season. Baldwin 1, Hempfield nothing, under 11 to go in period 2. Williams wins the faceoff for Hempfield. Shot through a crowd again. Herman has it. Brady Wassel unable to find an answer for the Baldwin sophomore. DiPietro against Kramer. DiPietro wins that one cleanly. Right back to Dunlap. Burial! Evan Dunlap had some velocity on that slap shot from center point as it ticks off a stick. That of Herman, in fact, and under the bar to tie the game for the Spartans with 10:47 to go in the second. Dunlap, he also a junior. His second of the regular season, assuming it is, in fact, his goal. Herman got a piece but couldn't keep it out as Kramer's shot is blocked. Spartans on the counter. Over the line comes DiPietro. DiPietro from an angle. No such luck getting it past Herman. Krupe turning around and firing off Herman's blocker. Hempfield with a little hop here after pulling even. Tim Bush near side for Baldwin. To center, Kramer looking for this puck. It eventually comes right back to Bush somehow. Krupe takes it for Hempfield, brings it over the line. His shot blocked by Barry. Nino DiPietro playing it weakly toward Logan Kramer. Kramer backhanding it through center. Pollard giving chase. Saby gets there first defensively. Kramer unable to keep it onside. Pollard coming off for a change. Bush outletting to Julio DiPietro, leads it for Martz. Martz, his backhander stopped by Herman. Hurley takes the lead pass. Hurley with some room, hits the brakes, fires. Save made by Francis. Arguably his biggest of the game. Barry winding through center. Tegan Barry firing wide of goal. Gets his own rebound back. It comes to Dempsey, and Dempsey almost had another. Francis not fooled this time. Officially the Hempfield goal reading Dunlap from Nino DiPietro. Just 50 seconds exactly after the Highlanders had taken the lead. Hempfield, meanwhile, guilty of icing as we approach the midpoint of this second period and Baldwin senior night game at Ice Castle with the Highlanders and Spartans tied at 1. Off the face-off, it comes to Buys. Buys backhander toward goal, and catching that dribbling puck in his outstretched left hand is Ben Francis. For Dempsey of Baldwin, his first goal since November 21st. Game against Bishop McCord at the War Memorial. Hurley, near side. On goal, saved by Francis. No rebound. And Dunlap's only other marker coming at home against Norwin on October 24th of this season. Hurley off the face-off and off a Hempfield body with a shot attempt. Good gap control by Saby. Krupe to center for J.J. Williams. Slips it to Nino DiPietro, back to J.J. Williams, but he overskated the puck. Hurley in transition for Baldwin. Hurley unable to get around Saby. Saby's played a strong game defensively for Hempfield thus far. Penalty coming up with 8:12 till the ice cut. Nino DiPietro taking a whack at Dempsey after the fact. And this time the Hempfield Spartans are going on the penny power play for the first time tonight, as Hurley will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free. The on-duty EMT looking after the injured player off to our hard right. And so we'll take a pause and come back. Baldwin 1, Hempfield 1, PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Temple Strength and Sport Performance.
Penny PA's Health Insurance Marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the
Yes.
lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
The aggrieved party, Hempfield's Nick Krupe, the Spartans' leading scorer, entering tonight. And he will get further attention, medically speaking, on the Hempfield bench. But for the moment, it appears that a significant bullet has been dodged personnel-wise by the Spartans, who are about to go on their first man advantage of the night, trying to untie a 1-1 game. DiPietro off the face-off. That shot blocked by Buys. Got a piece at the last second. Austin Heron at right point. To J.J. Williams. Near side, Nino DiPietro. DiPietro makes his move. Backhander saved by Herman. The rebound cleared. Mac Dempsey not standing on ceremony. Hempfield dead last in power play conversion, coming in 8.1%. Trying to improve their stead here in a critical game for the Spartans. Nino DiPietro centering for Heron. J.J. Williams back up top to Austin Heron. His snapshot off the skate of Martz, and after the friendly fire, Hempfield has to regroup. Baldwin 65.8% on the penalty kill entering Thursday. 8th in Class 2A. Buys with a steal, plays it weakly on Francis. Midway through the penny power play for Hempfield. Heron, the Spartans captain, leading the charge. Tees it up for Nino DiPietro. To J.J. Williams, his shot blocked. DiPietro flags it down. DiPietro slips it to Williams. Williams from the high slot back to DiPietro. Half a minute to go in the power play. Williams from the circle fires wide of goal. And a chance possibly for Kramer shorthanded. Kramer from the circle, high and wide. A very convenient bounce there to the Baldwin captain. 10 to go in the power play. Shot wide by Nino DiPietro. So the Hempfield power play comes to an end. It's a 2 and a 10 on Hurley for boarding. And so the Baldwin Highlanders serving that penalty. Freshman Austin Klein is back in action for the Highlanders. Coming across the line, Holtzman with 5:40 till the ice cut. Buys working him over along the boards. Holtzman retrieves the puck for Hempfield. Martz hit up high, play continues. Highlanders get the clear. And this time it'll be icing. So both teams 1 for 1 on the PK, and 1-1 is still our score, with time ticking away in the middle frame on Baldwin Senior Night 2025. James Williams, after the Baldwin face-off win, trying to use the boards to his advantage. Has to clean up his own mess there, but does get it back to the Hempfield line. Tim Bush getting it the rest of the way for Baldwin. Misplay there by Thompson. Highlanders take over in the attacking zone. Turnaround try by Dempsey. Caught a piece of Francis as it went out of play. Corey Myers wants a fresh line out there for the faceoff. Harrell to take it. And a pregnant pause here as the freshman Julio DiPietro heads back to the Hempfield bench. Now, Spartans only have 4 out there at the moment. Appear to be a maintenance issue for DiPietro, and so we're ready to go. Saby around the boards. False watches it go by to his goaltender Herman, who will play it conservatively. Off the corner boards, off Saby's glove. Highlanders get it back to center. Heron around the boards. Near side Saby. Heron giving chase. DiPietro to Harrell. False to Nate Buys at center. Austin Heron over the line, skating wide. Heron toward goal. Score! It's not how, it's how many. And the Hempfield captain, with a little oopsie-daisy shot, sneaks it through the 5-hole of Tony Herman. And the Spartans have their first lead with under 4 to go in the second period. Heron's 4th of the season. Hempfield 2, Baldwin 1. Spartans win the ensuing draw. Krupe to Williams, unable to tuck it around the Baldwin netminder. Backdoor play to Krupe, misfired. Dunlap from the half wall. Dunlap tied this game for Hempfield just 50 seconds after Mac Dempsey gave them the lead. Penalty coming up again on the Highlanders. J.J. Williams tripped as he was going to goal. And so the Spartans will go on their second penny power play of the period and game, trying to add to this newfound lead. tripping the indication against O'Neill, one of the pregame honorees tonight. Hempfield to the penny power play. Krupe back to Nino DiPietro. DiPietro off of Herman, right to Krupe. J.J. Williams to Dunlap. Dunlap wide of goal, perhaps by design, to Krupe. Nino DiPietro to the corner. Actually, that goes up into the protective netting in the far corner. And officials say the faceoff will stay in Baldwin territory. 1:41 to go on the man advantage for Hempfield. DiPietro after the faceoff win. Cross ice for Heron. Heron's shot is swallowed by Herman. Krupe wins another draw for Hempfield. Heron dropping for Williams. To Nino DiPietro. DiPietro from the high slot, missing the net. Krupe has the rebound. This is all Hempfield on this power play. Williams just missing the bar. DiPietro has it again for the Spartans. Pumps, shoots, stopped by Herman. Out of play, face-off coming to the sophomore's left. This time the Highlanders win the faceoff. James Williams around the boards and back through center, midway through Hempfield's power play. DiPietro over the attacking line. One against the world. DiPietro out in front. Went underneath the stick of Garen Gardner. Williams there to back it up to DiPietro. DiPietro firing wide of the crease. Final 2 minutes of the second period. Final half minute of the Spartans' power play. Williams to Krupe. Krupe on goal. Herman has it. Some clinical puck movement by Hempfield, which, as we said, have struggled on the power play mightily this season, but nothing to show for it just yet. Martz against Kramer. Martz wins it to Dane Bush. Bush, right side to Wassel. Slap shot. Herman got a piece of it. Where is it? Williams has it. Clears it, but not out. Dunlap with a keep. Cross ice for Wassel. Second unit on here for Corey Myers. Through a crowd, it's stopped by Herman. Dunlap looking for his second of the night. Kramer kills off the remainder of the penalty for the Highlanders. O'Neill back to the bench as Kramer is dispossessed by a sea of blue-clad young men. Dunlap to the corner. Holtzman to Bush. Martz near side for Hempfield. Approaching the last minute of period 2. Bush trying to go up top to Wassel. Wassel had trouble playing that puck, but keeps it onside for Holtzman. Holtzman hit immediately by Gio False. Turned over to the Spartans. A save there by Herman. And a whistle coming up here as we have another Spartan down, this time off to the left of Herman. You don't love to see it, that the on-duty EMT's night just got that much busier. Holtzman, for the moment, appearing no worse for the wear, but still receiving attention after staying down for a bit behind the goal line. And so will the third time I was about to say, will the third time be the charm for Hempfield on the power play, but this will not be a Spartans power play. Hurley in the penalty box, serving out the remainder of his misconduct penalty. Face-off coming up outside the Highlanders zone. Harrell wins it for Hempfield. Saby turning it over to Tim Bush. Baldwin had to get back on side, though, and that allows Julio DePietro to get it deep for Hempfield. Misplay there by Herman. Baldwin recovers. And Tegan Berry ices this puck for the home team with exactly 32 seconds until the ice cut here at Ice Castle. Saby on goal. Save made by Herman. We do it again from the same spot. Highlanders win the draw. Barry gets it the length of the ice. No icing, officials say this time. Pollard out in front. Buys just missing the net. And the net behind Francis has become dislodged. Baldwin, at the very least, gets an offensive zone face-off out of all that. "14 more seconds to find an equalizer before Zamboni time. Tegan Berry, 5 seconds left. Pollard in the corner needs to hurry. His centering pass is blocked out in front. The save made, and they score! With 0.7 seconds on the clock, Mac Dempsey makes it a true daily double, and it's 2-2. A Baldwin buzzer beater before the ice cut here at Ice Castle. What a way to end the second. The senior night crowd back into it. A new hockey game as we take a break. Hempfield Spartans 2, Baldwin Highlanders 2. As Mac Dempsey scores before time runs out. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, the push for the Penguins Cup playoffs, presented by Temple Strength and Sport Performance.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Turned over to Hurley. Hurley above the left circle on goal. Off a skate, and after the friendly fire, we get a whistle for the hand pass. Spun off the puck by Johnny Holtzman, the sophomore. On goal it comes. Herman the save. He juggles that puck. On the follow-up by Luke Harrell. Another soft down. Nifty maneuver there to get around Harrell. Heron at center for Hempfield. Dempsey up to Buys, but Hurley was caught in no man's land. For Hempfield, up to Heron. Heron, right wing side, makes his move. Heron toward goal, hit the side of the net. The Hem knocked off the puck behind the cage. Near side, Colby Heron. Heron with room. Heron on goal, through the goal mouth and wide. Bush hits the brakes, trying to drop it back for Martz. That pass came right to Logan Kramer, but Martz gets it back. I'll take that, thank you very much. See some daylight. Williams over the attacking line. Good poke check there by False. Kramer losing an edge, or did he? Williams, Logan Kramer. In behind the Hempfield net. Rocked in the near corner. Kramer no worse for the wear. Buys the shoulder into Nate Buys. Hurley just on for Justin Glock now. Has this puck out in front to Williams. Williams, his snapshot goes wide. And that shot on Herman by J.J. Williams is held by the former. Played against Sports in Greensburg is local. Needed DePietro out in front, and Herman again loses his goalie stick trying to make the save on the centering pass behind the Highlanders net. Krupe near side, played out in front to Dunlap. Dunlap floating it toward goal. Oh, Herman for a moment had no idea where it was. Corey Myers calling for a change on the fly. Trevor Brain rocked as he gets rid of that puck to the corner. Saby, easier said than done. Kramer finding space, but Pollard was offside. Dempsey up the right wing. Dempsey from the circle toward goal. Score! The Mac. Holtzman out in front. Julio DePietro trying to tuck it around Herman. It's still loose, and Herman finally with the wherewithal to cover it in the crease. DePietro against Kramer. DePietro wins that one cleanly. Right back to Dunlap. Burial! No such luck getting it past Herman. Krupe turning around and firing off Herman's blocker. Hurley takes the lead pass. Hurley with some room, hits the brakes, fires. Save made by Francis. Tegan Berry firing wide of goal. Gets his own rebound back. It comes to Dempsey, and Dempsey almost had another. Francis not fooled this time. Off the face-off, it comes to Buys. Buys backhander toward goal, and catching that dribbling puck in his outstretched left hand is Ben Francis. Defensively for Hempfield thus far. Penalty coming up with 8:12 till the ice cut. To Nate Buys at center. Austin Heron over the line, skating wide. Heron toward goal. Score! It's not the ensuing draw. Krupe to Williams, unable to tuck it around the Baldwin netminder. Backdoor play to Krupe, misfired. After Mac Dempsey gave them the lead. Penalty coming up again on the Highlanders. J.J. Williams tripped as he was going to goal. DePietro after the face-off win. Cross ice for Heron. Heron's shot is swallowed by Herman. Final half minute of the Spartans' power play. Williams to Krupe. Krupe on goal. Herman has it. Left. Pollard in the corner needs to hurry. His centering pass is blocked out in front. The save made, and they score!
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber New specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
What a wonderful day!
Welcome to Temple Strength and Sport Performance, where we empower you to reach new heights in strength, speed, and athletic performance. Temple is here to support you every step of the way. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned athlete, join him in Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania, and discover the difference. For more information, call 412-527-1755. Start your journey with us today.
Temple's Strength and Sport Performance is a contemporary mindset and physical fitness and coaching paradigm developed by W. Temple Haynes of Jefferson Hills, PA, a former athlete, martial artist, master, and transformation specialist. Are you ready to get stronger physically and mentally? Call now to get started. 412-527-1755. Book now and get 10% off your first session. Treat your body like a temple at Temple Strength and Sport Performance, a proud new sponsor of PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV. And thanks to our friends at Temple for sponsoring Game 1 of tonight's PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader. The push for the 2025 Penguins Cup playoffs continues with the winner of this game, should they win it in regulation, taking sole possession of the final playoff spot in PIHL Class 2A. Baldwin Highlanders 2, Hempfield Spartans 2 on Baldwin Senior Night. And on the freshly cut ice here at the Ice Castle and Castle Shannon's trackside rink, we're back to action. Pollard, near circle to Kramer in front. It's stopped somehow by Francis. Brain was trying to jam it through his legs, not unlike what Mac Dempsey did right before the second period buzzer, but it was not to be. DiPietro with all kinds of net to shoot at. Paging Mr. Herman. Pollard on goal. End-to-end action to begin period 3. Spartans on the counterattack. Williams over the line. Herman makes that save. Dempsey off the glass. Kramer camping out at the blue line. Can't take that one. And it's icing on Baldwin. A grade A chance for Hempfield's alternate captain to score an early third period goal. Herman, his biggest save of the night to keep the game deadlocked at 2. Evan Dunlap and Austin Heron, those who did find the net for Hempfield in the middle frame. Dunlap from Nino DiPietro. Heron from Julio DiPietro, the freshman, and in Julio's just third career varsity appearance, that's his second career point. Dempsey with both Baldwin goals, including that aforementioned buzzer beater, the latter of which was assisted by Nate Buys and Jeremy Pollard, as we found out between periods. Herman watches this one go by. James Williams off the boards. Tim Bush to the corner. Buys anticipating for Baldwin. Can't keep it in the zone. O'Neill retreating defensively. Paired here with Tegan Berry. Hempfield changing on the fly. Goals number 6 and 7 on the year, by the way, for Dempsey. His only other multi-goal outing this year, a hat-trick performance against Canada McMillan. That led to an early season victory for the Highlanders. So Pollard, who's out there right now for Justin Glock, the only Baldwin senior thus far to register a point on senior night as the Highlanders ice it once again. Highlanders win the draw. Brain to center. Heron flips it just wide of the center ice scoreboard here at Ice Castle. I don't think that thing needs to be any more crooked than it is already. In any event, Saby through center. Off target, near side. The rebound will come to Harrell. Harrell and the Spartans trying to tag up and get back onside. Pollard trying to interrupt the flow for Hempfield here as Colby Heron is hit along the near boards. Kramer with his puck. speeding behind his own net and up the right wing boards. Kramer, chased by Saby, stays with it for Baldwin. Austin Heron grabbing him. And the Spartans are able to get the clear. Gio False wearing that number 4 Bellick jersey for reasons undetermined, as executive producer Todd Kazarowski found out earlier this evening. He and the Highlanders play this puck into Hempfield ice. Play whistle dead with 13:51 left in regulation. False trying to set up buys with a shot pass there that was interrupted by Evan Dunlap. DePietro from his own circle, flying through center, has J.J. Williams on his right, tries to shoot it himself. False got in the way of that one, and a hip check. Old school by James Williams. Dempsey over the line. Dempsey fires. Score! And you can break out the chapeaus for Mac Dempsey, baby! Baldwin 3, Hempfield 2, 13-19 left. His second hat trick of the season, Mac Dempsey wires that one in from the right circle to put Baldwin back in front. Nate buys off the ensuing draw, forcing the kick save from Francis. Buys from neutral ice. Gets it deep for the Highlanders. Austin Heron on this puck for Hempfield, deep in his own end. Martz over the line, stays on side and fires wide. Justin Glock disagreeing with a non-call there, but in any event, the Spartans continue to press the issue. Heron, unable to accept that backdoor pass, takes a whack at one of the Highlanders, but we play on. Gardner winds his way over the line, fires off a Baldwin stick. That goes wide. Spartans regain possession. Martz turning around, centers it, and Herman makes the save. The rebound still up for grabs. False gets it back to the neutral zone. Good pressure there by the Spartans, trying to find an answer to Mac Dempsey's second hat trick of the 24-25 campaign. Goals 6, 7, and 8 on the night for the Baldwin Jr. That shot handcuffing Francis. And for that matter, it's a second unassisted goal on the night for Dempsey. Kramer to Brain. Brain to the corner for Pollard. Spartans off the near boards. And it's icing on Hempfield. Gabe Hurley, meanwhile, has done his time and returns to the Baldwin bench with 11:35 to play in period 3. And he's back out there for this offensive zone face-off. DePietro up the far boards to Krupe. Krupe checked by Dempsey. Nito DePietro near side into Baldwin ice. That outlet pass fanned on by Barry. Turned over to Krupe. Dunlap at left point. Fires through a crowd. Herman the save. He juggled it, but he hung on. Hempfield outshot the Highlanders 19-10 in period 2, but Baldwin leveling the totals in a big way here with lots of time left in period 3. Herman making another save before Hurley brings it up through center for Baldwin. Hempfield wins that puck battle. Baldwin keeps the puck inside the zone for the moment. Thompson on his horse defensively. Williams wasn't ready for that outlet pass. Nino DiPietro with positioning. Nino DiPietro with the puck. Barry catches him up. Nino DiPietro with it, backhanding it over the bar. Didn't miss by a lot, and he plowed into Herman in the process. That's going to be a penalty. Nino DiPietro pleading his case, but not sure they get much more obvious than that as Herman is a bit shook. And so the Highlanders go on the penny power play for the second time tonight, looking for insurance with 10:22 left in period 3. And it looks like this is going to be a 2-10. Corey Myers very unhappy with the call. And he's been ejected. Oh boy, Corey Myers still barking at this USA Hockey crew as the Hempfield head coach has been ejected from this game with 10:22 remaining. So we could have some extra power play time coming here for Baldwin. And we'll have some extra time here as officials sort all this out. Waiting in the wings are a couple of the Peters Township Indians off to our far right as they await the Upper St. Clair Panthers, who are the hosts this evening of our second game. Peters Township at Upper St. Clair and PIHL Class 3A. A South Hills rivalry renewed. Upper St. Clair above the playoff line at the moment. Peters Township not trying to do something about that as we enter the final month of regular season play in the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League. So catch that one coming up at around 9 o'clock Eastern time tonight. PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV here from the Ice Castle. On Sunday, we will have a special edition of PIHL Hockey Night Live, just announced, on TenbandTV as Chartiers Valleys Hockey Club celebrates their senior night 2025 with a senior recognition ceremony at 5 p.m. followed by an exhibition game against one of the tenants of this building, the Carrick Cougars. So tune in live at 5 on Sunday, February 2nd for Char Valley Senior Night from the Mount Lebanon Ice Center right around the block on TenbandTV. The initial penalty, by the way, was on Nino DiPietro, in case you missed that earlier. But there is another Spartan in the box as Baldwin goes to work on the man advantage with 10 minutes left in this Baldwin senior night game. Dempsey's cross-ice pass taken away by Saby, excuse me. Dempsey, the hat trick hero, to the corner for Hurley. Hurley up the left wing, chased by Holtzman. Hurley splits the D, goes cross ice to Buys. Buys on goal. The save is made by Francis. Officially, the penalties: Nino DiPietro, a minor for elbowing; J.J. Williams, 10 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. The penalties concurrent, so there you have it. Williams certainly a big loss for Hempfield, as if losing DiPietro weren't tough enough already. Kramer over the line, flips it to himself. Kramer dropping for Hurley. Hurley near side for Pollard. Pollard from an angle that went through the goal mouth and all the way back into Baldwin ice. Herman playing some mind games there with Colby Heron. We'll leave it at that. Shades of Sean Avery of the New York Rangers many years ago. 25 to go in the Baldwin power play. Highlanders offside. Approaching the midpoint of period 3 with Baldwin in front by a 3-2 score. Highlanders keeping a short bench, only 7 players on it at the moment. Their varsity roster only 14 deep. Herman settles that puck down for O'Neill. Barry will bring it across the blue line for Baldwin. Final moments of the power play. Barry with speed. Saby stands him up. And that'll do it. Hempfield 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, and it remains a 1-goal affair. O'Neill turned it over to Holtzman out in front. Saby by Herman, the rebound, score! DePietro pulls a Lloyd Christmas and totally redeems himself. We've got a 3-3 game, 8:10 remaining. DePietro in game number 4 in his 24-25 season, opening his account with time ticking away in the third period as Herman makes the glove save. DePietro was one of the Spartans' top guns last season and gets a big goal for the visitors in the big spot here. DePietro with his puck one more time for Hempfield. Backhand try, save Herman, rebound, save again by Herman! As emotions run high. Herman gets a nice attaboy from Nate Buys, and quite frankly, he deserves a lot more than that for that save. And we got penalties here. Krupe and James Williams both going to go. So we will remain at conventional 5-on-5 play with the face-off coming up to Herman's right. Highlanders win it cleanly, and they will play this up inadvertently into the scorer's table, in the vicinity of the scorer's table. Actually landed in Baldwin's bench. So we'll do it again from the same spot. And off the face-off to DePietro, looking for his second, fires wide. Dane Bush hit by Buys. Barry in the near corner, turning it over to Heron. The redirect in front by Martz. Missed the net. Bush getting rid of that just before he was met again by Buys. DePietro down low to Martz. Martz trying to center for Bush. Gets it back. And Herman not going to leave anything to chance. Both teams with 3 goals. Both teams trying to break pronounced losing streaks here tonight and keep their playoff hopes alive. Hempfield 3, Baldwin 3, 7:05 remaining. Thompson from right point to the half wall for Colby Heron. through the sea of humanity, comes back to Herman. Herman atop the crease makes the save. Garen Gardner with the rebound for Hempfield. It'll come near side to Thompson. Pollard from his own boards. Outmaneuvers Colby Heron. And Gardner. Pollard across the attacking line. Pulls up. Cross ice for Trevor Brain. Brain bounces it back to False. Nino DePietro takes over for Hempfield. DePietro speeding over the line. DePietro not quite able to get around Hurley. Herman nearly turning it over to one of the Spartans right on his doorstep. Herman making the glove save on Garen Gardner's follow-up. Baldwin with the clear. Kramer taking matters into his own hands. Logan Kramer unable to shoot that puck cleanly on net. Brain from the left circle. On goal, blocker save by Francis. Kramer gets it back out in front. This off-balance shot. Score! Nate Buys makes it 4-3 Baldwin, and these pretzels are making me thirsty. The alternate captain making it happen, and on senior night, it's the junior class getting the job done for the Highlanders. Baldwin back up by 1. Nate Buys, his 4th of the regular season, catching Francis off balance. Martz surveying the play, up to Austin Heron. O'Neal in the corner. Dempsey from behind the net for Hurley. Martz with a takeaway. Martz has his stick lifted by Buys. Austin Heron toward goal. That never made it to Herman. That might have hit off Julio DePietro. Saby trying to keep it in the zone for the Spartans with under 5 to go in regulation. Baldwin 4, Hempfield 3. Heron wide of goal. Knocked aside calmly by Herman. And Dempsey and the Highlanders will take their chances with the own zone faceoff. And again, for a team like Baldwin, this is where you start to wonder if that short bench makes any kind of a difference. We'll see how much gas the Highlanders still have in the tank here, trying to close it out on senior night. If the Highlanders hang on, they take over the final playoff spot. Herman flopping like a fish, trying to make that come to fruition. Has that puck, and will face it off again in Baldwin territory. Kramer ties up Nino DePietro, who tied the game before Nate Buys untied it. Pollard near side for the Highlanders, trying to outmuscle Bush. Comes across the attacking line for Baldwin. Spun off the puck by Wassel. Krupe to Nino DePietro. DePietro skating wide around James Williams, goes down, penalty coming up. And Williams can't believe it. Neither can the Baldwin fans. Officially, the go-ahead goal, by the way, reads Buys from Brain and Kramer. So Brain and Kramer pick up points for the first time on their senior night, as Williams is sent off for tripping. Just over 4 minutes remaining in period 3. The score 4-3. in favor of the Highlanders. Dempsey blocking that shot attempt from Heron. Will the third time be the charm on the penny power play for the Spartans? Herman makes that save on DePietro from distance. Spartans win the draw, near side to Heron. Heron on Herman. Herman has it. They'll drop it in the opposite circle this time. Nino DePietro against Dempsey. Dempsey had it for a moment but lost it to Krupe. Gardner looking for Krupe on the shot pass. That misfires, and Dempsey gets the clear. DePietro over the attacking line. Chased by Dempsey. DePietro has this puck deep in Baldwin ice. Finally gets rid of it to Krupe. Near side for Austin Heron. Heron on goal. Herman the save. The rebound comes right to one of the Spartans. And he's stopped by Herman! You've got to be kidding me! Tony Herman in absolute desperation leaps in front of the yawning net to keep the Spartans' power play off the board with 3:03 left and 1:02 on the penalty clock. Gardner redirected on goal. It bounces and it goes in! Austin Heron and the Hempfield Spartans would not be denied, and we are tied again with 2:52 left. Baldwin played with fire, and the elder Heron finally burned him. 4-4 the score, late in period 3. Jake Gradwell, the assistant coach of the Hempfield Spartans, looking things over here late in regulation. Corey Myers ejected from the game earlier in this period for abuse of officials. Nick Saby driving the net. Unable to catch Herman off guard. Dunlap to Julia DePietro. That attempted shot for naught. Pollard. Martz got in the way of that one. Pollard wins it back for the Highlanders. Has Kramer going to the net. Pollard tied up along the near boards. Hempfield able to exit their zone. Williams gets the puck deep with under 2 to go in regulation. Goal number 4 on the season for Austin Heron, the Hempfield captain, on the penny power play, has this game at 4-4 with time ticking away. Dunlap, cross ice. Nobody there but Nate Buys. Delayed offside. Hurley gets back onside. Dunlap with it one more time for Hempfield. Heron, the aforementioned goal scorer, in the corner, trying to use the glass to get it up to Bush. Turned over to Dempsey. Dempsey fires off a Hempfield body. Krupe with purpose over the line. Drops it, gave it right to Dempsey. He thought he had Austin Heron trailing the play, but Baldwin knew better. Final minute of regulation. Heron near side for Hempfield. Dumps it to the far corner. Barry off the glass, beyond Thompson. Icing, they say, with 48.5 ticks to talk. And Justin Glock is going to use his timeout. Well, we told you what would happen if Baldwin won in regulation. If they win in extra time, overtime, or a shootout, they get 2 points. And that would bring the Highlanders to 11 and Hempfield to 11, as the Spartans would in that case pick up the charity point. Again, these teams going to meet twice, including tonight. They will meet again in Hempfield's regular season finale, February 27th at Kirk Nevin Arena, and who knows what the stakes of that game will be, depending on how this final month shakes out. A seesaw battle here at the Ice Castle. Baldwin Senior Night 2025, and it's not over yet. DiPietro wins the faceoff for Hempfield. That shot blocked. Can Buys catch up to this one? He does. He's met by Austin Heron. Buys has it for Baldwin. Trying to center it for Dempsey, but the pass was miffed. DiPietro and the Spartans, fortunately for Baldwin's sake, offside. DiPietro really skating with some urgency there, but the point is moot. Half a minute to play in the third period. Mac Dempsey takes the faceoff for Baldwin. His team trying to make his hat trick stand up. Saby flags it down for Hempfield. One last rush maybe for the Spartans with 15 seconds left. Nito DiPietro tried to get it through the legs of O'Neal. O'Neal not quite able to clear. Here's Heron down the middle. Heron backhanding it on Herman, who hangs on. 5.3, says the clock here at center ice. Highlanders win the draw, and they will ice this puck. No, they will not. Officials say it hit off a Spartan. No icing. The buzzer at any event sounds. And so we head to the Temple Strength and Sport Performance overtime here at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon with a score. Baldwin Highlanders 4, Hempfield Spartans 4 at the end of regulation. A 3-on-3 NHL-style 3-minute overtime is to come. And then a 3-round NHL-style shootout, should that be necessary. And the protocol is for the goaltenders to switch sides before the start of OT. So Tony Herman will retrieve the water bottle and do just that. Kramer, Barry, and Pollard, the trio to start OT for Justin Glock and the Baldwin Highlanders. Nito DiPietro, Austin Heron, and J.J. Williams out there for acting coach Jake Gradwell and the Hempfield Spartans. Spartans take the face-off. OT is underway. Williams to DiPietro. Slips it back to Williams. Williams over the attacking line. Pollard lost an edge. Williams from an angle out in front. Heron unable to tee it up. Kramer flips it to himself. Kramer trying to get ahead of the defense. Kramer toward goal. He's pulled down. Nothing called. Spartans in transition. Williams over the line. Waits for company. Williams around Barry. Out in front. Shot. Score! Nito DiPietro calls game. And the Spartans steal it on senior night. The final score, Hempfield 5, Baldwin 4. "43 seconds into the sudden victory period, Nino DiPietro, who tied the game at 3 in period 3, gets his second goal of the night and second of the season for the visiting Spartans. Hempfield 3-9-1-1. They get 12 points now on the regular season. Baldwin sitting on 10 points at 2-10-1-2. Thank you, Todd Kazarowski. Thank you, Finn Kazarowski on camera. Thank you, Baldwin Hockey Association, for your cooperation in helping us and letting us film Baldwin Senior Night 2025 pregame. Again, Hempfield takes it in overtime 5-4 from the Highlanders. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Temple Strength and Sport Performance. Peters at UAC up next as the push for the Penguins Cup playoffs continues on TenbandTV. Turned over to Hurley. Hurley above the left circle, on goal, off a skate, and after the friendly fire, we get a whistle for the hand pass. Spun off the puck by Johnny Holtzman, the sophomore. On goal it comes. Herman the save. He juggles that puck. The follow-up by Luke Harrell. Another soft down. Nifty maneuver there to get around Harrell. Heron at center for Hempfield. Dempsey up to Buys, but Hurley was caught in no man's land. For Hempfield. Up to Heron. Heron, right wing side, makes his move. Heron toward goal, hit the side of the net. The knocked off the puck behind the cage. Near side, Colby Heron. Heron with room. Heron on goal, through the goal mouth and wide. Bush hits the brakes, trying to drop it back for Martz. That pass came right to Logan Kramer, but Martz gets it back. I'll take that, thank you very much. See some daylight. Williams over the attacking line. Good poke check there by False. Kramer losing an edge, or did he? Williams, Logan Kramer. In behind the Hempfield net. Rocked in the near corner. Kramer no worse for the wear. Buys the shoulder into Nate Buys. Hurley just on for Justin Glock now. Has this puck out in front to Williams. Williams, his snapshot goes wide. And that shot on Herman by J.J. Williams is held by the former. Played against Sports in Greensburg is local. Needed DiPietro out in front, and Herman again loses his goalie stick trying to make the save on the centering pass behind the Highlanders net. Krupe near side. Played out in front of Dunlap. Dunlap floating it toward goal. Oh, Herman for a moment had no idea where it was. Corey Myers calling for a change on the fly. Trevor Brain rocked as he gets rid of that puck to the corner. Saby, easier said than done. Kramer finding space, but Pollard was offside. Dempsey up the right wing. Dempsey from the circle toward goal. Score! The Met. Holtzman out in front. Julio DiPietro trying to tuck it around Herman. It's still loose, and Herman finally with the wherewithal to cover it in the crease. DiPietro against Kramer. DiPietro wins that one cleanly. Right back to Dunlap. Burial! No such luck getting it past Herman. Krupe turning around and firing off Herman's blocker. Hurley takes the lead pass. Hurley with some room, hits the brakes, fires. Save made by Francis. Tegan Berry firing wide of goal. Gets his own rebound back. It comes to Dempsey, and Dempsey almost had another. Francis not fooled this time. Off the face-off, it comes to Buys. Buys backhander toward goal, and catching that dribbling puck in his outstretched left hand is Ben Francis. Defensively for Hempfield thus far. Penalty coming up with 8:12 till the ice cut. To Nate Buys at center. Austin Heron over the line, skating wide. Heron toward goal. Score! It's not in the ensuing draw. Krupe to Williams, unable to tuck it around the Baldwin netminder. Backdoor play to Krupe, misfired. After Mac Dempsey gave them the lead. Penalty coming up again on the Highlanders. J.J. Williams tripped as he was going to goal. DePietro after the face-off win. Cross ice for Heron. Heron's shot is swallowed by Herman. Final half minute of the Spartans power play. Williams to Krupe. Krupe on goal. Herman has it. Left. Pollard in the corner needs to hurry. His centering pass is blocked out in front. The save made, and they score! Pollard, near circle to Kramer in front. It's stopped somehow by Francis. Brain was trying to what Mac Dempsey did right before the second period buzzer, but it was not to be. DePietro with all kinds of net to shoot at. Paging Mr. Herman. Flying through center, has J.J. Williams on his right, tries to shoot it himself. False got in the way of that one, and a hip check. Old school by James Williams. Dempsey over the line. Dempsey fires. Score! And you can break out the chapeaus for Mac Dempsey. Back to the neutral zone. Good pressure there by the Spartans, trying to find an answer to turn over to Krupe. Dunlap at left point. Fires through a crowd. Herman the save. He juggled it, but he hung on. With the puck. Barry catches him up. Nino DePietro with it, backhanding it over the bar. Didn't miss by a lot, and he plowed into Herman in the process. Hurley up the left wing, chased by Holtzman. Hurley splits to D, goes cross ice to Buys. Buys on goal. The save is made by Francis. Goal affair. O'Neill turned it over to Holtzman out in front. Save made by Herman. The rebound. Score! DePietro with his puck one more time for Hempfield. Backhand try, save Herman, rebound, save again by Herman! As Thompson from right point to the half wall for Colby Heron. Through the sea of humanity, comes back to Herman. Herman atop the crease makes the save. Brain from the left circle, on goal, blocker save by Francis. Kramer gets it back out in front. This off-balance shot. Score! If the Highlanders hang on, they take over the final playoff spot. Herman flopping like a fish. Goes down, penalty coming up. And Williams can't believe it. Neither can the Baldwin fans. Goal, Herman the save. The rebound comes right to one of the Spartans. And he's stopped by Herman! You've got to be kidding me! Gardner redirected on goal. It bounces, and it goes in! Austin Heron! And the Hempfield Spartans would not be denied. Center it for Dempsey, but the pass was miffed. DiPietro and the Spartans, fortunately for Baldwin's sake, offside. Heron unable to tee it up. Kramer flips it to himself. Kramer trying to get ahead of the defense. Kramer toward goal, he's pulled down. Nothing called. Waits for company. Williams around Barry. Out in front. Shot. Score! In front. Shot. Score! Nino DePietro calls game. Baldwin sitting on 10 points at 2-10, 1-2. Thank you, Todd Kazarowski. Thank you, Finn Kazarowski on camera.